What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of 2 for 2, your sports podcast for the culture, by the voices of the culture. I'm your host, Keith, and I'm here as always with my brother Nelly. We're back with another episode for you guys today, man. It's season 3, episode 73. Enjoy it. Nell, Happy New Year, my boy. What's up?
Happy New Year's, brother. As you see, I'm back again with another prop.
As always, fashionable. Good year for you overall, man. How was 2024? Give it a rate.
God, 2024 was garbage, yo. They had me in the first half. I'm not going to lie. It was off to a great start. I was like, damn, this jump hitting. We had WrestleMania. We had, other things. We had, trips to Aruba. It was a great start.
And then
second half was just a mess. So we will try again in 2025 as we always do. Moving forward. Yeah.
Hey.
Overall though, D+.
Hey. Sorry, but we're live and we're here. And speaking of 2024, I don't do the props, but I do have on this hoodie today that is to commemorate a day, right? So if you all didn't know, Michigan won a national championship in college football. Y'all know that already, right? So we had this game against Alabama January 1st, 2024.
Yes, sir. College playoffs.
That was college football playoff, the Rose Bowl game, as you see. Michigan ended 2024
back in the college football playoffs. Yes, sir.
No.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was going to be like 2024 started, finishing how we starting.
This is strictly for Bama. This is Bama hate.
Okay.
Starting in the year, beating Bama. Shout out to Michigan. Go Blue, man. That's all I got to say. And my Knicks on a 8-game win streak. Really might be more than 8. I might have been generous when I say 8 early. We're on a streak. It's been a weak December, but we moved in the second in the East also. If you haven't been keeping track, so pretty good.
I think everyone's been more concerned about what's happening kind of towards the bottom of the East. There's a certain team down there there's a team down there that's been rising. So yeah. I think we're more concerned about that than
that's a good end to your year.
What the Knicks are doing.
That's a good end to your year. But hey, speaking of the end, we're moving into the final week of the NFL season. Now we've been doing this thing every week since before the start, and we wind it down on the season. So before we talk about the contending teams, man, we got to talk about some of the teams at the bottom, like you said, man. Your Cowboys had a shot. They didn't want it. That's fine. Congratulations to y'all. Y'all about what draft spot are y'all at about now? 12?
See,
15?
I'll be surprised if it is 12. Probably 15, somewhere in the 15, 18 range. Okay. They kind of went ham at the end of the season. That was kind of weird.
Hey,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Y'all fought. Congrats.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
But
very upsetting. But
we have some teams that are at that front of that order, man. Before this week, the Giants were sitting pretty at number 1. They were doing a great job. Boom, they win the game. Giants, they defeat the Colts. Now they're no longer number 1. I think they've been slated now at 4. So we're looking ahead. A lot of people are believing that Shauder Sanders is the consensus number 1. There'll be some fight for Cam Ward in there, of course. But let's just talk about Shauder. Right now, the current draft order, you got Patriots. We got Titans, Jags, Giants. Which one of those 4 best fit for Shauder Sanders? If you're Dion, if you're Shauder and the agents over there, where do you want Shauder to go?
I mean, as a Cowboys fan, I don't think I want to see him in New York, but I thought that would have been a good fit with him. Got Malik Neighbors down there already, an elite receiver. But credit to the Giants. They went out there and they weren't just going to lay down for the number 1 pick. They went out there and fought and got a W. So right now, can you really see? Are the Patriots going to take him? Are they done with Drake May already?
Did you see the Nick Wright pipe dream?
No, what was that?
He was like something like, you hire Dion, trade Drake May, get pick 3, get Shauder and Travis, and just do it all.
Who's trading pick 3 for Drake May?
I said, what are we talking about? There are people that legitimately think that the Patriots would be able to somehow get 2 of the top 3 to 4 picks in the draft this year.
Yeah, and then Jacksonville's at 3 right now. Yeah,
Hey, him and
I
Brian
don't.
Thomas, you got an elite receiver.
Are they moving on from Trevor Lawrence?
I mean, I agree with you. I think the Giants is the best fit. I'd love to see him in the league
It's
neighborhood.
crazy.
The
It's a lot of these
Giants
teams
defense,
like
good
they
too.
don't have quarterbacks, but they have guys that like
Play
either
quarterback.
overpaid already, like Jacksonville, or
I mean,
kind
the
of still
Titans. I
seeing.
think you give up on Will Levis.
For
It's
sure.
time to let
For
that go.
sure. For sure.
Jags. I mean, if you think Shauder is head and shoulders better
But
than Trevor
can
Lawrence,
anyone really succeed in Tennessee?
that's what I'm saying. I feel like the only place for him is New York.
Yeah.
But does
I
he
would
want
have
to go
liked to have
for
seen
it?
him with the Raiders too.
Would
Then
have
they
been
decided
nice.
to win 2 in a row.
Of course,
It's gonna be interesting.
it will be.
I think we'll see a team trade up, personally.
Dallas.
I think someone will offer an insane compensation for the number 1 pick, and I think the Patriots will feel obligated to jump on
Take
that.
him. I mean,
Yeah.
the Patriots can just go and get Trav. You got
They got a
Christian
lot of
Gonzalez and
issues.
you got Travis Hunter. You can play Travis. Look, you swing for the fences. You try to get a receiver in the free agency. You go after T. You go after whoever you can get. You probably make a run for Chris Godwin.
I mean,
You get,
Travis will still be an elite number 1 pick too.
and that's what I'm saying. You get a corner. They already got Gonzalez over there. See, now you got two elite corners, and you play Trav about 30% of the snaps offensively. He's gonna be one of your best weapons. So now you solve receiver with your first pick and with your signing. And you got Drake May. You just keep going.
We'll see. I think it's going to be a lot of shakeup.
It will be.
Last week of
It'll
the
be.
season
This
will
last
be
week's gonna be interesting.
very interesting.
Hey man. Moving on though. Joe Burrow, the Bengals, they're still fighting, man. Joe Burrow, if we've been talking a lot about Lamar, we've been talking about like Josh Allen. The quarterback with the best stats this year is by far Joe Burrow. Do you think there's an argument for him to be in the MVP discussion? Do you think he deserves to be in the MVP discussion? And would you give it to him?
Okay, now to your question of, do I think he needs to be deserve to be in the MVP conversation? Yes and no. The reason I say yes is because, I mean, their defense is like 29th in points allowed. We've seen Burrow have some sensational games, all-time performances that he can't finish the job because the defense can't get it done for him. He's valuable to that team, no doubt. Without him at quarterback, probably a lottery team, maybe. Well, this isn't the NBA, but they're probably picking top 5. But the reason I say no is just, I mean, over the history of the NFL, usually guys have a top record. And I mean, I just don't feel like we should change it now out of nowhere.
Right.
That's just my personal opinion. Now, if we're just
So-
talking about most valuable, like I still think Josh is up there, because if you take Josh off that team,
I
they
agree.
don't really have another identity that they can lean on. Like, you could say maybe James Cook in the run game, but I mean, even in Cincinnati, you still got Higgins and Chase. Chase Brown came along this year. There's still some couple of pieces there, but
So instead of my question being, would you give it to him? Let's say they make the playoff. Let's say they squeeze into the wild card. Now he's a playoff quarterback. Then would you consider giving it?
I would be okay if he got votes, but I still think you would have to give an edge to Lamar and Josh, just because they got off to such a slow start. Didn't have a good game versus the Patriots in week 1. That's a game that, if they don't make the playoffs, that's a game that you're going to look back on, and, where their season kind of got off to the wrong foot in a game. If they won that, they're probably in the playoffs. So, I mean, maybe I wouldn't be mad, but it's just, I feel like MVP, like those signature moments matter. The way you start a season out and end a season, I think it matters.
Okay. Okay.
Like, he certainly has the numbers for it. He's certainly valuable. Like I said, like if we're just talking most valuable, like he has a case and should definitely be in that conversation because they're probably not sniffing the playoffs without him playing the way he's playing.
Yeah.
But just the way, based on how people have voted for MVP and, you know, the way it's talked about in the media, I just feel like he doesn't fit that criteria. He may fit the actual most valuable player criteria, but he doesn't fit the MVP award that they're voting on year after year. He doesn't fit what they look for in an MVP.
Yeah. Because you gotta take into account entire body of work. You know, like that's
and
what it
expectations.
is.
Expectations. They were
Yeah.
expected to be a playoff team, possibly contend for this division, and now it's an outside chance of them making it.
Yeah.
They'll be lucky if they do, and you know, it's a team that we expected to be in here. We thought, can they go and maybe contend with the Chiefs, because we know how Burrow plays against Patrick Mahomes. That wasn't the case this year. We look at the Bills. Bills were still in that mix, but you weren't as high on them this year as you were the previous year, because there were questions about if they could do it without Stephon Diggs. And then Josh Allen goes out and has the year that he has. So I think like he's exceeded expectations, where I think the expectations on Burrow and the Bengals kind of hurts him a little bit in this MVP conversation.
Yeah. Absolutely. I agree with you wholeheartedly, man. If they met expectations, their record was better. You know, we're not struggling at the end, especially like you said, they got those weapons. They got Jamar Chase. They got T. Higgins. I mean, Jamar Chase is arguably having the best season, you know, for a wide receiver this year, you know, in the league. So
if they're like 11-6 right now, 12-5, something like that, like the conversation would certainly be different.
You also
even
need
if
to
they
take,
weren't leading the division.
I want you to take Josh Allen out of that too.
Out of what?
Don't go.
Why?
Lamar's running away with it.
Running away is crazy. Running away is crazy.
Team Lamar, man, let your boy go. Let it down. MVP 3 or MV3. You know it.
Man. What has Josh done to lose it?
Lamar just looks better, playing better. What did Josh do this past week? Didn't he have another one of those 150-yard games?
So now that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
I got it right here.
After he had like the greatest 2-week stretch.
Just saying. I mean,
didn't Lamar take a couple games off?
16 for 27, 182, 5 carries, 17 yards, and you have a guy on Christmas Day, 168, runs for 87, 3 total tuds, 87 yards on 4 carries, might I add. If we're just putting things side by side.
Again, for me, expectations. Who was expected to come into the season to be a better team, Bills or Ravens?
What?
Who coming into the season was expected to be a better team, Bills or Ravens? Who had more
Depends
question
who
marks?
you're asking.
I'm asking you.
You like the Bills coming into the season.
Okay, we're not talking.
Why?
Obviously, I'm asking you. I'm asking
for
you.
Me, I have them at the same level of expectation. Truly.
So you expected them to be a number 1 seed?
I expected both teams to be contending for a championship, yes. Lamar Jackson's 11-5. You just said if Joe was 11-5, he could get it. Stop.
Expectations.
We're not doing
expectations, yeah.
You're trying to save your boy. It's okay. Save your boy.
Are you saying you expected 11-5? Are you saying you expected 11-5 from the Ravens?
I'm cool with that.
I didn't say you're cool with it. I'm cool with it too. I'm just saying, was that the expectation coming into it? If we would have had a segment and asked who's more likely to get the number 1 seed this season, Bills or Ravens, who would you have picked?
You know I don't like the Bills. You know I would have picked the Ravens, so I don't like the Bills.
I know you don't like the Bills. And where are the Bills at? A seed above the Ravens.
I mean, okay, sure.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I don't agree with you, but okay.
You can make a case for Lamar, but like,
I'm just saying, like, I don't feel like that division is so bad.
And who was my preseason MVP pick?
Oh my
Come
God.
on, yeah.
Hey, could you
And I told you why. I told
you
you
foresaw this terrible division.
I told you exactly why he would win it. Lack of weapons, all the question marks around. Can
He
he do it
doesn't
without
lack
Diggs?
weapons. Y'all got to stop saying
Oh my
that, though.
God, yo.
You just talked about the team could potentially be carried by James Cook at running back 1. You trade, you get Amari Cooper. We're not gonna pretend
And
that's
that
your
was a
boy.
big if. That's a big
That's
if.
your boy. That's your
Okay,
boy.
but more
You
so, I'm talking
drafted
about
Keon Coleman.
coming into the season. They had Amari Cooper.
Well,
Let's not
Lamar
act like
got. Well, what
let's
we
act like
talking
he's
about?
lighting it
Derrick
up.
Henry, but like Derrick Henry is just as
Isn't he
good.
second in
He
rushing? And
is
like, how many
for sure.
touchdowns does he have?
But how much of that too? You can say this. You can say that there's a case that like
I'm not saying there's no case.
you have to
I'm
guard
just
the
saying
read option
this
of
is
Lamar
what
and Derrick Henry. Excuse me, here or there. What do you want? I understand, but like you acting like Zay Flowers. Did he develop into a bona fide wide receiver 1 this year? No. Mark Andrews looks about as beat up and injured as he has been. Rashad Bateman appears once every 3 months.
coming into the season, week 1. If I said who has better weapons, Ravens or Bills, your answer would have been
Ravens.
okay. So like, why are you trying to argue with me? That's all I'm saying.
Well,
I'm not saying there's no case. I'm not
Okay.
saying like it's some foregone conclusion, but like that's just for me. That's why I kind of just I have Josh right now at number 1.
I understand. Okay. You also just want to be right, and I understand. So you go ahead.
I am like in
We'll
this
see.
situation.
We will see. 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 Let's look at these playoff standings, man. NFC side, fight for number 1. The number 1 seed. You talked about the Bills having a chance to end with the 1 seed over there in the AFC. NFC is going to be decided by 1 game. Lions, Vikings. Who do you think needs the 1 seed more out of these 2 teams to make it to the bowl, to be successful? Whatever the case is, who needs it more?
You know, I want to say the Lions just because of all the injuries and you know, you want what is his name? Jared Goff. You want him playing inside. Don't want him traveling to Philly or anywhere like that. But I think I'm going with the Vikings. Sam Darnold's been amazing this year. Great comeback story. Been fantastic. Don't know how the Vikings don't pay him with the way he's played, but at the end of the day, still unknown. You know, we've seen, you know, quarterbacks come in and, you know, have a hell of a year for themselves, and then, you know, they get to the playoffs and that's when the real football begins and everyone's scouting you. They got a whole season to tape and they get at you. So I'm still like a little, you know, and I think that's part of the reason, you know, some people may be scared to put the Vikings, you know, in that legitimate Super Bowl contenders list. But, you know, I think if he's at home, I think he's a lot more comfortable. He's had multiple games this year where he's had, you know, crazy amounts of turnovers. You know, you go on the road and, you know, he has a couple of turnovers. He starts unraveling. Might be tough for y'all to get back in the game, but, you know, he's at home where he's more relaxed, a lot settled, familiar. Might get off to a better start. Might not be as nervous to start the game. Little things like that. But I think both teams can win on the road. But I think for Sam Darnold in his first playoff run, I think it might help for him to start at home and golf, you know, being a veteran quarterback, been to a Super Bowl, NFC Championship. You know, I think he can go on the road and win playoff games.
Yeah, I mean, I think the easy answer is the Vikings. I mean, I think it depends. I don't want to say it depends. I think the reason why I say that is because of the matchups this season. You know, let's say, you know, Lions, if they end up being the 5th seed, right now you're looking at playing the Bucks. I love my Bucks. We did beat the Lions this year. You played, you know, Bucks and the Lions played last year in the playoff. You know, if I'm the Lions and if I'm a team who, I mean, I have a great offense, my defense struggles, I'd be okay playing the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? I think it'd be okay. I think Vikings is a little bit of a different answer, where there's they're a defensive team, unproven. They haven't been there before. Unlike the Lions, do you want to go in and have to play without that home field advantage, like you said, I think that's a little bit tough. You know, the Lions, they've been there. They've had those guys. I think the funny thing about the Lions is that, you know, people are going to talk about how they might struggle, right? You specifically. You talk about that defense time and time again. I feel like they've proven time and time again that they know how to overcome that. Right? They're like, okay, people are like, they
So
like
far.
to score. Yeah, I mean, sure, but it's been what, 3-4 weeks of this. They got to put up 40 to win, and they've done it every single time. So you're talking about a team that can answer the call of questions of, you know, we might be injured on the road or whatever the case may be. I think I'm going to err on the side of the team that has shown time and time again that they can answer that bill. I don't think the Lions will have any struggles, really, come playoff time. But you already knew that. You already know I felt that way. So if I'm the Vikings, you better win this one. Because you got to come play them Bucks on the road.
I think they'll be fine.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you always do. Why always hate?
I'm not hating. I'm just saying, like, we're talking about crazy that a team with, 13 or 14 wins
Talking about them losing the game,
go on the road.
Yeah.
It would be crazy for the Lions to lose. That'd be number one literally all season long, just to drop to the number 5 spot last day of the season.
Hey, man.
Should be a fun game.
That?
I really don't know. I don't know. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the game. So I don't feel like we've ever had a game like this before. I don't know for sure.
Everybody thought that the Lions
where the number
were
one
gonna,
seed is up for grabs between 2 division opponents last week of the season. I don't know if that's ever happened.
Win the division, get the 1 seed. Wow. It's going to be a bloodbath. Is that one in Detroit?
Yes.
Well, here we go. We'll find out. Sam Darnold. It's a playoff game.
Pretty much.
It's a playoff game. So we'll see. We'll see. On the other side, though, you talked about your Bills, man. You know, they're looking at potential matchup with the Broncos, the Dolphins, or, you know, that outside shot from the Bengals, man. Who do they not want to smoke with out of those 3? It's your Bills.
They do not want to see that boy Burrow. They do not want to see...
At all. Simple.
They do not want to see Joe Shiesty. And, I mean, he got him before.
I don't think anybody wants to see him, to be honest.
Yeah, and, I mean, they've been, you know, all season they've been pretty much, you know, on fire on offense, but especially the last couple games, you know, Higgins has really been stepping up since he's come back. Chase has been, you know, elite all season. They're just on a roll. Got to see what's up with Chase Brown, how bad that injury was when he went out against the Broncos, but it's a dangerous offense going into the playoffs with, you know, pretty much nothing to lose. If they sneak in, and that's Burrow in the playoffs, man. We've seen him go on the road and get wins and places that he shouldn't have. So I always got to give him the respect and, you know, say he's got a chance. So that'd be one team that out of those 3, they'll be happy with anyone but them.
I mean, I'm gonna double down. Nobody on the AFC side wants to play the Bengals right now. You don't want to see Burrow playing like this. You don't want to have to play against Jamar Chase. You don't want to have to play T. Higgins. We talked about Chase Brown, who, you know, talk about replacing Joe Mixon. Looks really good as of late. Your boy Josh Allen definitely don't want to see it. I think the Dolphins, I feel like they're tanking it. Is Tua actually hurt?
My man Josh wants that smoke for sure. He just, you know.
If you can play the Broncos, the Dolphins,
you know what would be crazy is if he gets Burrow in the wild card, then Lamar in the divisional, and then Mahomes in the AFC Championship. That would be an all-time Super Bowl run, yo. Like, you just got to stamp my mans after that. That would be all time.
I'll tell you today, if that happens, we'll stamp.
That would be the new Grim Reaper if he went through all 3 of them.
Wishful thinking. That's your New Year's wish?
I'd like to see it, honestly. It'd be pretty dope.
Okay, we'll see then. We'll monitor.
Those would be 3 great matchups too. So
3 L's.
Definitely need that Bills-Ravens rematch.
We need that. We do need that. The AFC playoffs is gonna be interesting, man. It's some good some good matchups coming that way. Shout out to my boy Jim Harbaugh for getting in there with them Chargers, though. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Who are they losing to in the wild card?
I think they're the 6. So let me pull that up. Let me see. As of today's standings, because and at the there you go.
So that means they would play Ravens or Steelers if they somehow Ravens lost and they won the division.
Yeah, I was trying to look at the scenarios, but they was low-key confusing me. AFC side. Oh, here we go. So they would be the Ravens. Yep.
Yeah.
So right now it would be Chiefs 1, Steelers, Texans, 4-5, or Texans be 4, Steelers 5, Ravens 3.
How about like the Steelers
Chargers
in that
6,
matchup?
and then Bills 2, Broncos 7. As of right now, if let's say if the Broncos are in for the final spot, if they win, or oh wait, no, I lied. What the hell is this? Bengals, they got to win, and Denver has to lose, and Miami has to lose. Denver loses, and Miami wins, they're in. Denver wins, they're in, or if
Chargers locked into that 6 seed.
Yeah, or the Cincinnati lose.
So
Okay.
Bengals need both teams to lose. Dolphins just need Broncos to lose. Broncos just need to win, or for both teams to lose.
Yeah. So the
Chiefs
Steelers to
probably
get that
sitting
3.
people, so it's a long shot.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Chiefs are sitting people.
Who
do the Ravens play this week? The Steelers can get 3.
Yeah.
If the Ravens lose. Yeah.
They play the Browns.
But they could go all the way down to 7 if they lose and the Broncos and the Chargers win. Wait, no, the Broncos. No, that's last 2. It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. Wow. What about that NFC side, man? The Eagles, they got that 2 seed as well. How you feeling about that, man? They could get Green Bay, they could get Washington. Out of those 2, who do they not want to see?
Honestly, they've already beat both teams.
They have.
But I would say the Packers. I think, even though it's the Cowboys and they're known for doing this, like, we learned our lesson last year. That young gunslinger, he comes in and, when he gets on a hot streak, like, he makes some incredible throws. Their offense put up a good amount. It was a close game against the Eagles. It wasn't, a complete mismatch. Obviously, that Eagles defense was much different week 1 than it is now. But I think the Packers are a team that can, when they're playing at their best, they can score on anyone. But they can also, look just as bad, against anyone. So I would say I don't think they're fearing any possible wild card opponent. But I think the one that would maybe give them the most trouble is Green Bay, if I had to guess right now.
I actually like Washington. I don't think they would want to see Washington. I think they played. They played twice already, of course. They split. We know the one game was the Kenny Pickett game. I think, the Commanders are playing very inspired football. And I think I just don't think you want to play a divisional opponent for a third time in the playoffs. I think they're motivated. They would be first time getting there, and Lord knows how long. Going against Dan Quinn also. Really?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that one. They had a lucky.
Who was playing quarterback for them in 2020?
Yeah, come on, man.
I don't remember that year at all.
Don't make me do it.
Is that the year we won the Super Bowl? I'm actually really bad with stuff like that. Like remembering years and what happened in the year, or like a season specifically. Really, really bad.
Y'all won in 21.
21. So who was? Well, they had Wentz. Am I tripping?
I'm about to look up the quarterback now.
Dang.
Alex Smith. Did he play?
Oh, well, yeah. It's been since 2020. How about that? Jaden Daniels has come
Yeah.
in. He's changed his culture. You know, I got to give me and my boy Nelson props. We came on here. We said that the Commanders could turn it around, and they look good. I don't think Philly will want to see that. I like what you said about Green Bay. They can look really good. They can do a little bit of the other side. I feel like that game fits the Eagles more than if they had to see the Commanders, man. So, unfortunately, I think they will probably see them, if I had to guess. Because the Green Bay, they're 6 right now.
Yeah, they could drop to 7th if they lost, and I think if the Commanders won.
Yeah, so as long as they win, yeah, Commanders win, Vikings both win, Bucks would be 4. My Bucks get to that 3 seed, man. If the Rams lose to the Seahawks, they said they might sit some starters, so that's our hope. If I get that 3 seed, I'll take the Commanders or the Panthers or the Packers.
The starters, the Commanders made the playoffs at 7-9. Their starting quarterback was Taylor Heineke, and they also went against your Bucks in the playoffs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, we played them,
and
that wasn't the year we won.
Y'all barely scraped by. I guess it was.
I was gonna say that was definitely the year we won the championship.
You know how they be calling like the 2021 season,
yeah.
but
That's
the
what I'm saying.
the whole season take place in 2020.
Yeah, no luck for you guys. This time around it'll be a much better appearance for the Commanders, man. So
Yeah.
I don't think Philly wants to see
that was
them.
the NFC least year. Everybody was garbage.
Yeah, that was a year. Wow. Yeah, you were the 5th seed. Commanders would be a 6th seed with a win. Packers would be a 6th seed with a win, and a and a Washington loss. If both teams win, Washington will get the 6th seed, and Green Bay will get the 7th. Hey man, we excited. How about week 18? Let's do our power rankings now. Let's see what we got this week. How you feeling? Did it change much for you, brother?
That depends if I can remember what my rankings were last week.
I'll give you mine while you found them if you need me to.
I mean, I got mine if you want to go ahead.
All right, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Do your thing.
All right, number 1, I guess we can keep the Eagles there. Big 41-7 blowout against my squad, even without Jalen Hurts. Saquon crossing 2,000 yards. Only needs 100 more, 105 or something like that to break Eric Dickerson's record. So, yeah, they look pretty solid going into the playoffs. Hopefully, Hurts is good to go. So yeah, we'll keep them there. Number 2. Think about doing a little flip flopping, but I'm gonna keep it where it's at. 2, I'm gonna go my Bills. I like our chances this year, finally breaking through. Even if we got to go through Arrowhead,
it's really crazy.
So yeah, MVP Josh, we just chilling right now. We got everything locked up. 2 seed locked up, MVP locked up. We locked in. 3, the Chiefs. Big Christmas Day win over the Steelers. Didn't expect that. Largest. I mean, I didn't expect for it to go down the way it did. I thought it would be a pretty close game, but that was their largest margin of victory all season. Don't typically see the Chiefs not have to struggle to win a game, so that was a pretty good win by them. They're looking pretty good. Got the 1 seed locked up. As much hoopla as we talked about them struggling, and every game being a grind. Number 1 seed, so 15-1, crazy. So, and then yeah, 4, I'm gonna keep my Vikings there. I really like the way they've been playing. Big division win over the Packers. Got a chance to be the number 1 seed, won 9 in a row. And then 5, we got the Lions. With all the injuries, they're still pushing through. I think all 5 of these teams, at the end of the day, I could see winning the Super Bowl, and I wouldn't be shocked. So yeah, that's where we're at right now.
You wouldn't be shocked with a Vikings W?
The way they're playing, it wouldn't really shock me.
Okay.
They would probably be the most surprising team on there, but I mean, the way they're playing right now, yeah, man.
Okay. All right. Well, I got the Chiefs one still. Told you last week. And past the Hayden phase. At this point, they're the worst 15-1 team ever, according to everybody. So I don't feel that way. So they're going to be one still.
Okay.
Philly's going to be 2. I feel like I had them 2 last week. I might have had them 3, but they're going to be 2.
You had them 1 last week, but
no, I did not.
I swear you had them 1.
Had the Chiefs first.
That might be true.
Yeah.
But I swear you had the Eagles 1.
No. I got your Bills 3. Good win for them, regardless of the statistical output of, your quarterback over there. They didn't need him to do that. The defense looks they look like what they looked like before my rant. Before I had to, light fire to them, give them some expectations. You can thank me later. Before I'm going with the Lions, I like them to continue to thrive. I love seeing Jahmyr Gibbs featured. They say Montgomery might come back in the next 2 weeks, maybe. So if they get him back for the playoffs, I mean, shoot. Bombs away. Then I got the Vikings 5th still. They can't crack 4 on my list. Not yet. Big week for them against the Lions, like we talked about already. They show me something here, maybe. But I do like the Vikings as well. I too, I don't really see the Vikings making it to the Super Bowl. I also don't see the Bills making it either. But of these teams, I think
there's a lot of things you don't see. So that's
they're
cool.
5 of the 7 teams I could see.
Vikings can't beat the Lions.
Wait, that would shock you? They could. No, I mean, they could beat them.
They can't beat the Eagles. That would shock you. Even if it was in Minnesota, that would shock you.
Yeah, actually.
Like jaw drop. Like no. You can't believe this.
I mean, not like, oh my God, wow, this is absurd. How? I'd be like, typical Philly. That's what I would say. Okay, but I would be shocked. I'd be shocked though.
I feel like you can't say typical Philly and then be like shocked.
I could. Stop hating on my list.
I just don't think there's any team that you just say.
The Vikings, a Vikings fan that I know told me personally, he doesn't want his Vikings to play my Bucks. So that should tell you how I feel about the Vikings too. If that's how he feels.
Well, he's just crazy because why would he? We're talking about the Eagles and Lions.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. If Vikings fans are disturbed by the Bucks, we shouldn't even be worrying about.
That's just like
we shouldn't be worrying about the.
I'm disturbed by when I get into the playoffs. I'm disturbed by every playoff team. So like, that's probably he's just
you get to take this year.
Like
you
me.
Get to take this year off.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. Honestly,
are you gonna watch? Can you root for my Bucks?
Every game but the Bucks game.
That'd be the one game you actually watch.
Wasting my time.
You'll probably hate text all game.
It'll be over by the first quarter.
Right. Liam Cohn, that offense. Bucky Irvin, 1,000 yards received rushing this year. Mike Evans, 84 yards away from breaking 1,000 again, and he missed 3 games.
He won't get it.
Either.
Y'all gonna fold next week.
That's not even on the docket for the day, man.
Who that said they gonna beat them Saints? Who that?
Use them for your pick'em. It's time to do the pick'em. Me and them 12-5, tied up. Use them for your pick'em. Since you big, it's the last week, man. Me and them are tied, everybody. This is the last chance for either one of us to take over, control.
I feel like I won, honestly. No. Just because you blew.
There's no such thing as
this lead. I feel like I won.
It's crazy because I just won another game. Like I'm only 1 game win streak. So
I feel like I won. I'm on some shit right now.
Hey, man. Who you got? Week 18. It's the last week. No gimmies now. If a team is sitting players or if they're...
How am I supposed to know if they're sitting players?
Or if they're visibly tanking.
Yeah, you're not giving me many options here.
Well, that's what happens when it's week 18, man. You should have thought more. You should have thought through this a little bit more.
I actually think I did. I just
Did you?
need to know if I can use
Come on,
that
man.
team or not.
Who you like? Vikings or Lions, man?
I don't have to pick that team.
No, do it. End it. You have never picked the Vikings, and
I also haven't picked
it's week
another team.
18. We can change the rules. We can if you like the Vikings and I like the Lions, we can end the season on this right now. What
Who said I
better way
like
to
the
end it?
Vikings? Who said I like the Vikings?
Okay. We'll find another game.
It's in Detroit.
You said you want to make sure that someone wins, so we will flex week 18 rules.
So, but like making me have to pick a team that I don't want to pick.
You just started off with you'd be surprised if the Vikings beat the Lions.
I'm asking a question. Hey, I'm saying, would you be surprised?
You'd be surprised.
I'm not going to be surprised. That's why I'm not picking.
Okay.
I don't want to pick for them.
Bengals Steelers.
No, absolutely not.
You're scared. Come on. Come on.
Who do you like in that game?
Huh?
Who you like in that game?
Bengals.
I like both teams. I'm not that.
Come on. He's nervous. Come on. All right. Seahawks, Rams. Games that matter. Well, no, the Rams might sit. It got to be a game that matters. Only one game that matters. Who do you like? Do you like the Lions?
I don't know who I like. Yo, that's a coin toss.
Well, let's flip one.
Let me get the Saints.
Okay.
Nah, I'm cool. Let me get the Packers.
I guess you can pick them. Can't believe you ran away from the challenge. That sucks. Let me see who I can pick now.
Yeah, I need a Dubski.
So
you wasn't about to bait me because you wasn't about to bait me. I said Packers.
You said the Saints.
I just said Packers, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Come on now, we got tape.
That's all. Can't believe you did that.
Have
I picked my Bucks all year? I have. I don't know who I haven't picked, bro.
You can take the Titans.
Why did I do that?
Spice it up. Stop being soft.
I would love to go with the Bengals, but they already picked them too. I
Commanders.
have no choice. Can I pick the Commies?
I mean,
nope, I can't pick them. I already picked them. I'll give the people what they want.
What's that?
I'm not doing it. I can't do that.
All right, fine. Yeah, we can go Vikings, Lions.
Who you got?
I'll take Vikings.
Deal. I got Lions.
Nah, see, because, bro, the Lions are going to win that game. Like, and that's just like...
I wanted to take the Vikings. I have the Vikings available to pick, but...
You did not want to take the Vikings.
That's making it too easy for you.
You did not want to take the Vikings, because I'll take the Lions.
Let's do it.
All
right.
See, now I just feel like you just finessed me.
Who do you think's going to win now?
I don't know, yo. It's a coin toss. They both 14-2. Damn.
All right. We got to end the season like that, though. Unless you want to go back to Bengals Steelers.
Give me Vikings, yo. Give me Vikings.
Final answer. We can do Bengals Steelers.
Give me Vikings.
All right. I got the Lions. Here we go. Let's go Detroit. That's how we're going to end it, man. That is only one way to end.
At the end of the day, this season ends in a tie.
Okay. What if they tie?
This is just like a maybe. Like, if I win, this counts. If you win, this doesn't count.
Whatever. Week 18 special. Go Lions. Here we go.
Go.
Yeah. You got to do another one.
Nah, that's it.
Hey, bet, man. But hey, that's going to do it for 2 for 2, man. The final episode of 2024. Unfortunately, you will hear this in 2025, but it's the last recorded episode of 2024. Happy New Year to each and every one of y'all, man. Go Bucks. Go Blue. Go Sixers, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
There you go. New year, new team. My boy got to go Sixers. We got go Knicks, everything, man. We appreciate y'all showing love as always. We appreciate y'all rocking with us all year. 2025, 2 for 2. We got big things coming. We'll keep pushing forward. Keep leveling up, man. Keep showing love on all platforms. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok. I say it every week. Y'all know where to find us at, man. But with that, it's going to do it. Season 3, episode 73. Keith and L, 2 for 2. We out.